Hello! Welcome to my first video on my new channel. So today I'm going to be talking about stereotypes about Spanish people. Not Mexico, Spain. It's in Europe. It's right below France. To start it off, Spain and Mexico, different countries. It's about as different as the United States and the United Kingdom. They're completely different cultures. The language is even really different. It's, they both speak Spanish, but it's like the Mexican Spanish is a little more like romantic, according to everybody in Spain, and they use completely different words. So it's not the same at all, and never say it is. Okay, so the first stereotype I'm going to talk about is the espresso. You always think of Europeans are drinking espresso, right? They are. Espresso is huge here. So, you go to order your mocha, you get like 2 shots of espresso in it. They make big batches of espresso. They call our coffee like weak because there's too much water in it and it's not concentrated enough. Like my friend, when she was in the United States for a year, she had to drink like 3 cups of coffee just to get the same effect as a little espresso would be. So I made a mistake when I first came here. I got my cup thinking it was regular coffee, poured it to the top, and they were like, "You're gonna have a heart attack if you drink that." And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Oh, it's espresso." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Crap, let me pour this back." So they'll drink it with sugar, with milk, usually not anything like syrup or, white chocolate or chocolate. It's not common. So that kind of leads me to my next point about nutrition. So people are pretty health conscious over here, and that's not a stereotype I was expecting to know about, because you don't really think about how nutritious other people are going to be, but it all makes sense now why everybody calls America fat. It's because we have so much fast food, and I feel like we're always in a rush. But over here, things are way more laid back. I mean, of course, there's some people that are always in a rush, but things are a lot more laid back. So people have time to cook meals and take the time to eat healthy and pay attention to what they're eating and putting in their body. So that's something I like about Europe, and I understand now why they call us fat Americans. So anyways, moving on to the next stereotype about drinking. So first off, wine is huge over here. So that is a true stereotype, 100%. The wine is very good, so this is why it's so popular over here, and they make good wine. It's not very expensive either. You get good wine in the United States, it's pretty expensive. Here it's only €7, and you can get it in, grocery stores, of course. So that's really nice to be able to pick up a good bottle of wine, and it's super cheap. Anyways, so drinking here, very, very casual. You can have beer for every meal, breakfast included. So I think it's not a big deal because the drinking age is at 18 and everybody is so relaxed about everything over here. So drinking isn't really a bad thing because they're not drinking to break any rules or, it's a normal thing. You don't drink because your girlfriend broke up with you. You drink because you drink all the time. So that's kind of how it goes over here. Not everybody. Stereotypes, but, So the cafes, these are interesting because there are cafes everywhere, but they're not really cafes like you think they are. Like you think of a cafe in the States, you think, oh, a couple pastries, some coffee, relaxing music, some seats. This is like a restaurant with a bar, the cafes here. And you can get coffee. Of course, they have espresso machines. They have, a full bar usually. Well, not a full bar, but they got all their beer. And there's a couple tables and you can even sit at the bar. It's pretty normal. It's like a really relaxed environment. So I like it. It's very nice. So tapas are very good, but it's not what you think it is. We think of, they are free usually, but not all the time. So sometimes you'll get a tapa, usually when you order a drink, And it's usually just like a little plate with like little mini hot dogs or olives or what else? Croquetas. Yeah. So it's not like a full-blown appetizer. It's not like they're gonna give you a free meal because you got like one drink. It's not like that at all. So I'm gonna talk about sports in Spain now. First, I'll start with bullfighting. Just don't think about bullfighting when you think about Spain. It's in their history, I know, but there's so many people against it. It's such a bad sport. Like, literally, they murder the bull in front of a crowd for fun, and it doesn't just hurt the bull; it hurts the horses too. They put blankets over the horses that are supposed to be protective blankets, but they're covering up the wounds that the horses get from like bulls hitting them all the time, and the horses usually die after like 3 or 4 fights, and it's just not good, and there's a lot of people against it here. In Barcelona, it's banned, and it's actually funny because I saw a bunch of bullfighting souvenirs in Barcelona. That doesn't make any sense. It makes about as much sense as putting flamenco stuff in Barcelona because it's not from Barcelona. It's farther south. It's just stupid. On to the next sport. Football is huge over here. Absolutely huge. Everybody. Like, if you were a little boy in school, you have to play play football. It's huge. Like, every man is crazy about football. Everybody has their favorite team, and it's nuts. Like, I can appreciate it because they're very good, of course. So, it just makes me mad because I wish American football, I wish we had named it something else, because football is football. It's not American football. Like, just come up with a different word for it, please, because it's confusing and it doesn't make any sense. So, anyways, that wraps up my stereotypes about Europe. I hope you enjoyed. If you think of any other stereotypes, I can probably be like, yeah, that's kind of true in the comments. But nobody's going to comment because this is like my first video. Anyways, have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching.